Welcome back. Now let's understand the hunger of Nelson Mandela for the freedom of his people. Was he born with this hunger? Or what instilled this hunger in him? Let us get to know this. In different stages of his life, he had a different definition for freedom. He was born free, just like you and me. He was just born free. As a little child, as a boy, for him, freedom was to run in the fields in front of his mother's hut, to swim in the stream that ran across his village, eat mealies, and to ride on the broad-backed bulls. This was what freedom was for him as a child, and he enjoyed all this. As he grew up into a student, at that stage, freedom to him was to pursue whatever he wanted to study, to stay out at night, to read what he pleased, and to go wherever he wanted. That was what was freedom for him as a student. Further, as he grew up as a young man, he understood that whatever freedom he felt was only an illusion. It wasn't a reality at all. When he was a young man, for him freedom was to achieve one's potential, to earn his keep, to marry, and to have a family of his choice. And all this should be under law, legal terms. This was what freedom was. But then he understood that neither was he free, nor all the people who had the same color of skin as he had. He understood that all the blacks were not free. They were not allowed to do what they wanted to, follow their personal preferences. Then he felt this hunger for freedom, for his own freedom first. And this hunger turned into a greater hunger for the freedom of his people, for all the blacks in South Africa. That was when he joined the African National Congress to fight against this racial discrimination, against the system of apartheid. This brought about a lot of change in Nelson Mandela after he joined the African National Congress. He was a very, very simple sort of a person whose expectations were very simple and straight. He was a common man who wanted all the things a common man wants. But now his hunger transformed into a greater size. It expanded to all the people of his country. So, what are the changes that came about in Nelson Mandela because of this joining in African National Congress? He changed, he transformed from a frightened young man to a bold man, a courageous man. From a law-abiding attorney into a criminal. Now don't expect that he did, he was pursuing crime or something like that. What did he do? He went against the whites' rule. That itself was a criminal act. according to the existing government. That's how he changed from a law-abiding attorney to a criminal. And then from a family-loving husband to a man without a home. Leave the family, he didn't have a home. He had to go into isolation, into hiding. He was in prison for 30 years. Now where is the home? From a life-loving man to a monk. These were the changes that came about Nelson Mandela. That means, if you want to put all of it in one sentence, you can say that he transformed from a private man into a political and a human rights activist. That is what we understand from the lesson Nelson Mandela, A Long Walk to Freedom. Hope this was clear, and I hope it made the task of understanding the lesson a bit easier.